Hey everybody, what's going on? Rob here to do another update. I know 3 videos in like a week and in the same year at this point. But I've got quite a bit to show still, so I'm probably going to break this down into 2 videos, so it's not 30 minutes. I'll try. Sometimes I just get to talking. I know. And I got a different setup here, and I got here, so I got a little bit of light behind me, behind me, so there's going to be a little bit of glare, but the other video looked horrible, so not that it's ever going to look good with me in it, but I'm going to get this going. The first one, and of course the first one's super shiny, is Objection Overruled. This is a reissue, I think from this year, and there's 2,000 numbered copies on MOV pressing, so of course it's fantastic. Comes in a nice polyline sleeve like everything should, and it's on silver and black marble. Really nice looking, 180 gram, feels heavier than that, but sounds fantastic. Has Udo. How there's not a bad album with them. And there's the sticker. 2,000 copies. That's it, period. There's no other. But they didn't do a black version and that they did. I'm just randomly pulling these out of here, so. Okay, this one was around a while ago, but I never had the chance to pick it up, and then I was looking at Boons, I think it was Boons, or somewhere, they had a sale, and this was there, and there's only like 150 copies of these. Like, I don't remember. Anyway, the band is called Killed by Cain. The album is called Killed by Cain. This is a reissue from 2018, correct? Yeah, it was originally released in '93. Comes with a album cover promo poster. And it was on sale fairly cheap, so I grabbed it. I was shocked to still see these around, because I think there's either 100 or 150 of them, just on black vinyl. Basically album cover side, and then retroactive record side. Nice poly, but I changed all them out. Sorry, I hate doing this with my camera. And the inner is kind of a J card you would see in a cassette, which I didn't care for, but they changed that. I'm pretty sure there's like 100 or 150, I can't remember. All that series had a short pressing run, but pretty cool. I don't know how to explain them. They have a very unique sound. That's what I liked about them. I guess at times you can get it's like a metal Guns N' Roses. I mean, the best way I can explain it, it's a hard band to categorize, in my opinion. But it's definitely metal. It's not like the glammy style of Guns N' Roses. I just got a bin full of vinyl here I'm pulling from. All right, my second favorite King Diamond album, and that is them. Yeah, surprisingly, King Diamond's they fall in my top 10 favorite bands, and I don't have a lot of their stuff on vinyl. I have a couple picture discs, and I have like Abigail, which is one of my all-time top 10 favorite albums, period. I got a couple more, but I can't remember. Spider's Law. I've got some, but I don't have them all, and you think I would. It's a lot of the bands that I love and that I would buy everything of. They're generally the ones I don't have a lot of their stuff on vinyl, which is weird. That Objection Overruled did come with an inner card, and it has the inner and lyrics. And King Diamond, I don't know if I showed that. Sorry about the light. There's nothing I can do to. It's on this really pretty. Oh, that's probably gonna not show up well. Transparent blue with black marbling in it. I mean, it's a really pretty blue. It kind of shows right there. Really pretty blue. Damn ring light. So that's what's that from. That's from '88. Oh, next is a couple of. I've got 2 of these I'm also showing. I wasn't able to go to RSD this last time, and so I missed out on something. So luckily I got this online. I didn't get the Skid Row, which pisses me off, and I didn't, what was the other one? I know I did get the Rory Gallagher. Anyway, it's Judas Priest, RSD, Sad Wings of Destiny. As you can see, it's embossed. It looks so cool. I mean, it's not going to do it justice. And on the back, which you can see it, see how they did the embossing. It's all embossed on the back too. The thing I don't like is, you see it on camera, it's hard to read. You can actually read it in person, even my blind ass can. But why would you put embossed black on black? Same with the title. It's black and it's so hard to see. Why not just, you know, put the color in there so you can see it? Only complaint, not a big deal. This is pressed to 45 RPM. This thing sounds awesome. It's a gatefold as well. There's nothing, no inner for it. Comes with the download card and a record store day sticker. It's a colored vinyl embossed edition on 45 RPM. But just sounds good. I was listening to it last night. I just got it yesterday, so. And again, it comes on this black and, oof. Yeah, that's what I get. That's just from sitting overnight. Judas Priest, I mean, the Sad Wings of Destiny, but it's on the blue vinyl again, really pretty blue with the black, I don't know what you would call that, mash? And they're both very similar, but since the color is so cool, I'll show you that too. It's more black into this one. But very, very pretty. This is actually, you know, you get these RSDs, and they're usually, for the price, they're usually pretty no frills. This is actually a very nice packing. It's still pretty expensive. You're still looking at the $40 range. Well, now it's not. Now it's more because there's only, I think there was 2,700 pressed. Like I need another copy of Judas Priest album, but I can't resist when it's Judas Priest, Dio. But sounds great. Played fine. You know, my only complaint was the lettering, which really is not a big deal. Next is I guess you would consider this a gothic symphonic metal band. And this was actually a gift from Mark at, oh God, I forgot his name. I won a contest he had, and he's sending me a DVD, which was awesome. And he had sent this as well. But it's a gothic metal band called Xandria. And this is, I enjoy the first singer more. She was on the first 3 or 4. And then they had a thing with singers. Apparently the band's not, you know, not very nice to singers. Theater of Dimensions, right? Yeah, Theater of Dimensions. Pretty good. Nightwish-ish. Album's nice. It's a beautiful looking album. I mean, you know, it's limited because I think it's on Napalm. Yeah, it's on Napalm. Beautiful looking album. Yeah, here's the two. Even the inners are super nice. Napalm, and they usually do. I mean, they usually make their pressings really nice, and they're pretty reasonable generally. I think it's a double LP, and I think it's just black vinyl, so I'll just show one because I think they're both the same looking. Yeah, it's just pretty album cover. So, but that was super nice of Mark. I'll link him in my description below because it's a longer name. He's a big time like death metal, thrash metal. He does like, you know, a little bit of everything, but that's his black metal he likes a lot of. All right, next is this album kind of pissed me off because when it first dropped on the website, you could pre-order the yellow, which I always get their albums right away, and there's only like 100 or 150 pressed like they usually do the first. And I was in the middle of ordering the damn thing, and then I got a call, so it cut me off. By the time I was done that call, I went back to finish the order, and it was sold out. So I was like, damn. And this is, you know, one of my favorite bands ever, so. I'm talking. It's Stryper. Even the Devil Believes. I'm so bad with the album titles when I get on here. This is a brand new release as well. Again, Christian metal, great stuff. You're missing out. Just because they sing about God doesn't mean you have to. And a lot of their stuff is, and I swear to God, they're getting better and better. Nothing's ever going to beat Soldiers Under Command for me, but their albums have been heavier and better. There's no internet with this, right? No. But they re-released, well, after the first pressing went, they pressed more. They pressed different colored ones. And there was like red and yellow again, and then they had a purple. I thought the purple doesn't match much. I think there's a little bit of purple in the thing, but it's like a dark purple, but it's purple. It's a little bit transparent, but it's a very odd looking color. That's why I got this one. And I think all the other colors were pressed. I think there's 500 each. I don't know about the black, but there's a red. There's purple in this, right? Yeah, it's like purplish blue on the side, so I guess it makes a little sense. But the red and the yellow make the most sense, but they're pretty common for that. The red's not for Striper, but yellow is Striper. So anyway, I'm rambling on that album. Next is I think this is an official boot. This is Judas Priest live in St. Louis. This is actually a radio broadcast. They even have like the announcer doing like a pre-interview with the priest and talking about it. So it was really cool. It is a double LP on a single jacket, which I hate, but let's try to see what's in it. There's nothing in it besides, there's just a sticker for the outside. Anyway, Priest live in St. Louis. It's got the whole interview, Rob Halford, the intro, the King Biscuit Hour. If you guys know that radio broadcast back in the day, they were always killer, and this sounds really good. It's from the 1986 era, so it's, you know, the Locked In Turbo. Has Out in the Cold, which is one of my favorite Priest songs. Locked In, heading out to the highway, Metal Gods, Breaking the Law, Love Bites, Some Heads Are Gonna Roll, Sentinel, Private Property, Desert Plains, Rock You Around the World, Electric Eye, Turbo Lover, Announcer, Free Will Burning, Victims of Change Solo, the Green Menalishi, Living After Midnight, You Got Another Thing Coming, Hellbent for Leather. But really good pressing, really good sound rather, and it's a good pressing. It's 2 LP, like I said. They're black, so I'll just show one. It's a very heavy. That's like over. I wouldn't even be surprised if that was 200 grams. It's so heavy. But nothing, just basic Judas Priest. But it even has polyline sleeves for a boot. Official boot, but it's still a boot. What are we at here? 13 minutes. Man, I see. This is going to be a quick one because everybody knows this album. Pat Benatar, Get Nervous. I'm not even going to show the vinyl. It's on Chrysalis. The vinyl has an issue, so there's a few bucks. All right, other one. Here's it's Race to Paradise. Jeff Paris, Race to Paradise. Guitar player, AOR, hard rockish. It's very under the radar kind of deal. He played with somebody. He was like a session guitar player too. But he sings as well. Very 80s AOR, like, you know, towards the hair metal side. There's a picture. Yeah. Kind of looks like Bruce Kulick a little bit, doesn't he? You'd almost think that was him. But I was on a compilation when I was a kid and had a song on there called Lucky This Time, and I fell in love with that song. You guys can look it up. It's really good. You know, it's like a second level tier music, hard rock. Okay, another quickie here because we all know this one. Believe it or not, this is my first Ted Nugent on freaking vinyl. Ted Nugent. I love his 80s stuff the most, and that's just my wheelhouse. Little Miss Dangerous and stuff like that. That's what I love. I mean, I love his old stuff. Don't get me wrong, but Oh, that's weird. It's got a sticker on. I didn't even notice it. Oh, Columbia House sticker. They just slapped it on there. But Ted Nugent. That's pretty common, so I'm not going to waste time on it. Well, we might get a 20-minute video, guys, because I'm just barely halfway through. I'll do a couple more and I'll cut it out. This is another official boot, yeah. And this is Bon Jovi, Rockin' Live in Cleveland, 1984. This is my favorite era of the band. That first album is killer hard rock, hair metal album. Did I show it back? Yeah. But it's their, for me, their golden era. And again, this is another super heavy, probably verging on 200, and it sounds really good. So it was fairly cheap. So, and it was the '84 era. I mean, it's got pretty much that whole album on there almost, from their debut album. It's got one cover song as well. Come Back, Roulette, one of my favorite songs. But She Don't Know Me, one of my favorite songs. Runaway, I Want to Take You Higher is the cover song. Get Ready, Shout Through the Heart, and Love Lives. I mean, it's basically almost everything from the first album. So it's Bon Jovi, Rockin' Live in Cleveland. All right. Next is one of my favorite bands from the 2000s. A Canadian band called Unleash the Archers. Female-fronted power metal. Kind of proggy power metal at times, because you know, the musicians in this band are just next level amazing. This is a Abyss. This is actually a continuation of their last album, Apex. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it's actually a continuation. They're basically almost, well, they're concept albums in a way. Waking the Dream, cool artwork. It's not really showing on camera. Brittany is just a powerhouse metal singer. Highs, insane highs. I don't think there's anything with it, because there is in there. And it's just a lyric in there. But wait till you see this vinyl. The vinyl's the coolest part about this. And I think it was 200 pressed. I don't recall. You got to get these small bands on, was it Napalm or, yeah. You got to get their stuff quick, because the vinyl goes so high. Because they're usually really short prints. All right, you ready for this? There's another one of that MASH. That's not orange, it's actually red, and I guess it's a reddish orange. It looks a lot orange on here, but really cool looking. If you're going to do color vinyl, that's cool. I mean, make it, you know, so sick of red. I know this has got red in it, but you know what I mean. This looks really orange. If I can pull it away, yeah, it looks orange. Just really, really cool looking. And a great album. It seems, you know, I love the band, so of course I'm going to say it's great, but I could do one more. It's a little softer. You know, Apex was a killer album. They've gotten progressively softer. When they signed to Napalm, that always happens to bands. They always, you know, they're either going one direction or the other. But her voice is so powerful, it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying it's crap. It's just like a 1C, you know, instead of the 1A. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm going to do this one now for now, and then I'll catch up on the next one. This is the reissue this year of Lynch Mob's Wicked Sensation. Is it, what do they call it? Reimagined, the 30th anniversary edition. Now, when I heard the preview, I bought it because it's Lynch Mob and Lynch, and you know, if you know me by now, my favorite band is Dokken. Where was I going? The first song they released was the actual single from the original album, Wicked Sensation. And I wasn't really happy with it. I almost wanted to cancel my order. But in the long run, I'm glad I did it, because the rest of the album, it's just really good. I mean, it's not the original Wicked Sensation. You can't go in thinking that. It's a 2020, and you know how weird Lynch has got through the years, reimagination of those songs. So it's a modern version of them. A lot of them have a little more I guess, blues rock influence to them. And Oni Logan's on here, so. But overall, I'm glad I did pick it up. I think there's 500 pressed. These are numbered, if I remember correctly. I'm missing the. Oh shit! I don't know where that went. Oh, it's probably sitting. Oh, there it is. I'm a dummy. Limited to 500. This is number 204, and these sold out quick, obviously. Here's the inners, Lynch Mob, and then the vinyl is again pretty. Comes on this black splatter, yellow black splatter. That side looks really cool. Because your only option was this, so. And then the other one's about the same. So there we go. I'm going to call it there, guys. Sorry about the ring light, but I'm just trying to get better light here so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And I'm a little rushed because I'm trying to rush through here because it's already at 22 minutes. So I will talk to you soon with my next update, which is probably about the same amount of albums left. Talk to you real soon, and thank you guys for hanging around. Even, you know what I'm going to say. I'll get out of here.